It's hard. It's hard because it's like you have like a comfort zone. You're comfortable in it, and even if it's not healthy for you, and you know that you're supposed to do, yeah, you're not really. I'm not really living my life. I'm just like a NPC robot. I'm going to work. I do my job. I'm very logical all the time because I have to engineer and I have to like look at all the details and make sure everything is right.
Today, I want to talk to you about an experience of a client as he shares his journey with us about what happened to him and what drew him to the transformational work of becoming a liberated man, and also what is it that he went through that also was useful for him in the process. So today we're going to meet Percy. Percy is a guy that worked with me this last year. I know him for a few years because he did some training back in the day with some live workshops, but essentially Percy had trouble expressing himself. He wasn't able to engage people the way that he would really like to. He often felt like emotionally inhibited. He had a sense of feeling standoffish, and this would come off as a type of reserved nature when he was trying to express himself with others, but also under the surface was a lot of emotional volatility, anger, frustration, and let's say unchecked emotions that needed to be, supported and healed in a way.
Too much into my comfort zone. Uh, um, uh, and I have like trouble expressing myself. Not that I have trouble, but it's just that I don't engage with people, and I'm like very standoffish. Yeah, yeah. So I recognize this is like an issue I had, and I worked on it before, and then in therapy, and the main things they told me was like, okay, you have a tendency to isolate yourself. You always think like people are afraid of you or don't want to be around you.
Percy's a pretty cool guy because he recognized that he really wanted to deal with this issue. And he's done work on himself in the sense that he's seen some therapists and he tried to work on himself a little bit.
So it's very important that you don't isolate yourself and, go out into the world and do things, do hobbies or do something that's um, that keeps you under the people. So actually it was going pretty good, but my therapy and everything ended in 2019. And then 2020 happened, of course. And what did they tell me? Oh, you have to isolate yourself. You're going to kill everyone you're going to come in contact with. And everything shut down. So it was like literally everything I was not supposed to do. That is what they said I have to do.
The interesting thing, as you will hear Percy talking about, is that he had this type of plateau that was happening in his life. So much so that he was even thinking of doing something self-harming and hurting himself, which is very sad considering, like, if you knew Percy, you would feel heartbroken because, he's such a lovely guy. And I'm sure we all know, either inside of ourselves or other people around us, people that, really have a tough time with emotions, really have a tough time with fluctuations of emotions, depression, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, feeling under supported. And obviously that's not a very nice feeling. So what's the solution to that? Well, the solution to that is to get some community if you can, to get connected to some meaning and to some goals and to some power inside of yourself, to do the opposite of isolating yourself.
I remember that I was like, so that behavior was what I did that when I was very depressed and I wasn't real happy to be alive. Let's say it like that in a friendly way. And I was I had planned to take actions. Yeah, let's say that's because YouTube, you can't really say the unalive myself. So I remember then when COVID and they told me all those things, and like I couldn't, everything was closed, and everyone I knew didn't want to have contact. And I remember like, okay, I'm feeling like I'm depressed, but I know I'm not depressed because I'm just doing the behavior of like a depressed person. It's not real. So I kind of like, I do the behavior, but I'm not really depressed. I'm just, comfortable. I'm comfortable in what I'm doing because I'm used to it. But then COVID ends, but I'm still in the comfort, and I'm not really, because I'm not depressed and I'm not like thinking of unaliving myself. I just keep, I go to work, I get in the train, I go home, and I like block everything, I don't really interact with people. And then I'm home, and then I just watch TV or something, or go on YouTube, or play some video games, and then I go to bed and eat, and next day I do the same. And it's hard. It's hard because it's like, you have like a comfort zone. You're comfortable in it. And even if it's not healthy for you, and you know that you're supposed to do, you're not really, I'm not really living my life. I'm just like a NPC robot. I'm going to work. I do my job. I'm very logical all the time because I have to engineer and I have to like look at all the details and make sure everything is right.
Before the situation that happened a few years ago with the pandemic, it was a different kind of vibe. And a lot of people still have a lot of negative effects from that period of time. Because you think about it, 2020, 21, 22, that was a whole period of time where a lot of people were really locked down. They felt isolated. They felt stuck. They felt gaslit by the situation going on around them. They weren't able to feel free. They weren't able to express themselves. A lot of people didn't get social connections, and it ended up being an experience that reinforced a lot of the suppression and the inhibitions and basically the deprivation, the emotional hurt that people had experienced over time. And it left a lot of people feeling mistrust and abuse and difficulty with their ability to go out into the world and feel whole again. So Percy's a pretty cool guy because he decided that he wanted to do something about this. And, I reached out to him earlier in the year to see how he was doing, and we got on a call, and we worked out that he could really use some transformational work. And we started that ball rolling with the Magnetic Man Inner Game Blueprint, which is something that I offer, which is essentially a package of a range of different tools and experiences that a guy can go through. It's like a show bag of positive psychology, self-hypnosis, internal work, embodiment work, breath work, working on his sense of positive psychology as well as his masculinity. And ultimately, it's, a very powerful experience that can help a guy to really get his discipline back, get his mindset.
Thing about being in the home with Shay, because I could just like say, okay, I have these issues that come up, and then we could do the mental work that allowed me to rise above my issues or face them or see the bad things that happened in my past that I may have interpreted in a wrong way or that I might have taken on personally. Well, it was more an issue of somebody that's putting their values. It's just them seeing them. They're putting their own issues on me. It's not my issue, but they put it on me, and I feel like, oh, it's mine because I'm a little kid at that time, and I can't comprehend. I can't understand that people would do that. So they framed my world in a way that's not helpful for me, and that turns me into something that I don't like to be. So one of the things I really appreciate about coming here is that I realized that I have a lot of anger issues. And I never got a healthy way to express my anger or my discontent with something. And I would just push it down, just push it down. and then I would like explode. So it's how do you say, it's too violent, you know. It's like I would just I don't like this, and I'd say it once, but if they don't ignore me, I wouldn't say it again, and then they just keep doing it until I, want to punch them in the face. But it's not like a good way to resolve the issue. So what I managed to do with Shay is that I got like we went back to the issues or the situations that we were at, and we like disassociated from it, so I could like see it without feeling like a personal attack on me. And we created like, for me, it was like I had like an aura around me, and in the aura there's like a dragon that is flying, and any like stuff that somebody puts on me or tries to like put me down, the dragon destroys, and I can, it protects my core. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you say this thing about me, but it's, that's just a projection of you on me. It's not like a direct attack on me.
This was valuable to him just the same as therapy was. But the main thing about this is it's not just a tendency to talk to people and to feel better and to try to justify some limiting behaviors like therapy sometimes does. This is also about creating a proactive strategy to move forward, to do something new and different. Once again, to go out into the world, to do new things, to define new hobbies, to create new senses of self. And you can do this in a way where it's going to help you to create new friendships and acquire new possibilities, and basically to transform the way that you are so that you don't have to feel isolated anymore. You don't want to hurt yourself anymore. You don't want to do anything less than just getting out there and having a much better life, because that's really what's going to make a big difference. So if you have been affected by life lately, if the last few years have been really tough, if things are going okay, but they just feel like they're mediocre and you'd like to break those patterns, if you'd like to upgrade your social skills, if you'd like to have a holiday, if you'd like to spend some time with some new and different people, if you'd like to open your horizons and enjoy a different type of lifestyle, remember that the opportunity is available if you wish to take it. So by all means, make sure that you, check out what Percy's got to say. And I'm sure you can relate to some of these themes that he's talking about. The themes of shame, the themes of anger, the themes of isolation, the themes of misunderstanding, the themes of not being appreciated. And also, I'm sure you can appreciate that there's a certain courage and power and confidence in being able to say enough is enough and choose to do something different, and to get the tools and to do the practices and to build the type of containment that is necessary to be able to shift that. Because the truth is, it does take will, it does take energy, it does take capabilities to be able to do that. So I would suggest that if you're interested to do this type of work, please reach out to me. You can click on the link and get in contact with me, and I'll tell you about what's available at the moment. It could be online calls, it could be online programs, it could be live trainings if you're available, if I'm available, and if the situation is good for everybody. So I'm going to send you guys a lot of love. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Big thanks to Percy. Big thanks to all the brothers out there. And like, subscribe, share this with your bros, and let's get this show on the road. What's up, ninjas? Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this material so that I can keep on growing this amazing channel. And if you'd like to get the help that I can offer, I would like you to check out the link in the description. Go to my website and you will be able to find amazing limited time offers to help you to be able to break through and make the changes that you would really like to have in your life. Until then, this is the Shaman saying peace out. May all your dreams come true, and I'll see you guys on the other side.